Here's a scenario that happens more often than it should. An employee needs a specific document, and they spend 20 minutes digging through emails and old Slack threads. 1 in 5 professionals spend over 3 hours daily just looking for files, messages, or additional context on their tasks. And when they can't find what they need, they interrupt a coworker, send another email, or worse, they just make their best guess and move forward. That's where an internal knowledge base comes in handy. What's that? It's a centralized hub where every policy, process, and piece of company knowledge lives in one searchable place, and it's not all that hard to create. In this video, we're walking through 7 steps to create an internal knowledge base that can give your team 1 day back every week. The first step to getting your knowledge base right is creating a tailored knowledge management strategy. You need clarity on what this knowledge base is going to do for your team point. Start by identifying your use cases. Are you creating this for documenting project-specific guidelines, or is it for company-wide policies? Answer what knowledge gaps are you trying to fill, and who needs access to what information. Then outline roles and access levels. You'll want to determine who has permission to edit and update the knowledge base, who gets view-only access, and whether some departments need their own dedicated sections. Next, plan your content hierarchy. Think about how information should be organized, whether that's by department, by role, or by project, and decide on your categories, tags, and folder structures. And finally, define your content guidelines. What level of detail do you need? What formats will you use? How will content get reviewed and approved? A great way to brainstorm all of this is with ClickUp Whiteboards, where you can map out your entire strategy visually with your team using sticky notes, connectors, and diagrams. Once you've got your strategy mapped out, the next step is choosing the right knowledge base software. Now, there are 6 must-have features you should look for. First, a multi-level hierarchy, so you can organize everything through folders, categories, tags, and subpages. Second, a powerful search function that helps employees find information quickly. Third, collaboration features that let multiple team members write and review documents together in real time. Fourth is rich text formatting and multimedia support, because adding images, videos, and proper formatting makes complex information so much easier to understand. Fifth, AI support that can help create content through prompts and even answer questions by pulling information from across your entire knowledge base. And sixth, web-based access through a secure portal so your team can get information from anywhere. Only a few tools check all these boxes, and that's exactly where ClickUp comes in. It's a complete knowledge management solution that helps you document, share, and instantly find the right info while using AI to speed up every part of the process. ClickUp Brain, ClickUp's contextual AI assistant, searches across your entire workspace to provide precise answers to your queries instantly. Plus, you get ClickUp Docs for collaborative document management, unlimited storage on all paid plans, and customizable permissions for view-only guests. With your software in place, step number 3 is planning and creating the actual content. Now, you don't need to write everything at once. Start with the essential documents that your team needs most and refers to over and over. Things like basic company information, leave and compensation policies, performance review guidelines, FAQs, and training materials for new employees and clients. In ClickUp Docs, you can either upload your existing documents or create new ones from scratch. Format everything with rich text features like cover images, tables, bookmarks, and proper heading structures to make the content easy to read and navigate. And to speed things up, you can prompt ClickUp Brain to quickly generate documents like project briefs, test studies, or software requirements. It can also help you optimize existing content for grammar, tone, and clarity. After creating your content, step 4 is organizing it to make everything easy to find. The whole point of a knowledge base is that people can locate what they need easily. So tag each document with relevant labels, like tagging all employee onboarding resources with an onboarding tag. Create a table of contents or index for larger document sets, and organize documents by projects, clients, or whatever criteria makes sense for your team. ClickUp makes this really intuitive with its multi-level hierarchy. You can create workspaces, folders, lists, and other subcategories to organize everything logically. For example, you might create a folder specifically for Project A or a checklist for completing a task, and your team will know exactly where to look. And with ClickUp's Enterprise AI Search, your team can find any document within seconds, even if they're not sure exactly where it's stored. Plus, ClickUp supports nested subpages, which is perfect when you have documents with multiple subtopics. Just drag and drop the subtopics under the parent page and everything stays organized. Okay, we're halfway through creating your knowledge base. Once the info is ready, we need to ensure it's used by the right people. So step 5 is implementing access controls for your knowledge base. Not every document needs to be visible to every single person in your organization, and that's where permissions come in. You'll want to set up viewing and editing controls based on user roles or where documents are stored. With ClickUp, you can customize both user-based and workspace-based controls. For example, you can allow access to everyone within a specific workspace or folder, share individual access through private links, or use secure public links to share documents with clients and external collaborators. The interface makes it really easy to invite guest users through email and grant them either edit permissions or view-only access, depending on what you want them to be able to do. With permissions set up, you're ready to audit your internal knowledge base before its launch. You'll want to appoint a group of auditors, ideally key members from different departments, to give everything a final review. They can verify things like the accuracy of documents, catch any formatting or proofing errors, and make sure the content of each doc matches its title. Among other things, ClickUp makes this auditing process really smooth with its collaboration features. Your team can use assigned comments to flag specific issues, live chat to discuss fixes in real time, and workflow proofing tools to annotate images, videos, and PDFs directly. This way, errors get communicated to the right people and fixed immediately. And the seventh and final step is reviewing and updating your knowledge base regularly. An outdated knowledge base can misguide your team, so keeping it current is absolutely critical. Make it a habit to weed out documents you no longer need, like outdated policies or old support manuals. At the same time, add new knowledge assets as they're created and notify the relevant stakeholders when updates happen. You can also use ClickUp templates to speed up the creation of new documents. ClickUp has over 1,000 templates for key documents like company policies, SOPs, and project guidelines. And to stay on top of what's working and what isn't, gather employee feedback periodically. Create forms in ClickUp to collect questions from each department, analyze the responses, and identify knowledge gaps that need to be filled. And that's it. Those are the 7 steps to creating an internal knowledge base that actually works. And with ClickUp, you get everything you need to create this knowledge base in one place. So if you're ready to stop the endless searching and start building a knowledge base that actually drives productivity, sign up for ClickUp today.